What's poppin' world? It is Mouse Jones, and we are back with another episode of With Mouse Jones. Today, I'm lucky to have Detroit native Queen Naja. Queen Naja, welcome.
What's up? What's up?
How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. Can't complain. Yeah.
You had to think about it, so I just want to make sure.
No. I was trying to find a way to, like, say that. It was like before this. I was trying to say, like, you know how somebody said, I'm okay. Mm-hmm. No, I'm not okay. I'm great.
But if you're not okay, it's okay.
No, I'm okay right now.
Right now. Mm-hmm. Okay. It's been a long day. The rain is outside.
Yeah, it's okay.
I feel like it's a waste of a trip to come to New York when it look like this.
No, I love New York.
Regardless,
yeah. Through the rain, hail, and sleet.
No, they could keep all that.
I'm not from here, so I love it differently than.
Let's talk about where you from. Detroit. How did Detroit have influence on the artistry?
Let me just keep it real. So I say Detroit because that's the last place I lived before I moved, like, out of Michigan, period.
Right.
I was born in a place called Ypsilanti, Michigan. Yeah, Ypsilanti. We call it Ypsi.
Yeah, I would say Detroit too.
Yeah. Ypsilanti is like literally, it's like Metro Detroit. So it's like a mini, like, it's over there. Okay, you know where, like, Eastern Michigan University, like,
I do know where that is. Yes.
Over in that area towards, not in the Ann Arbor section, but like there, but
not on the lake.
But I was living in Southwest Detroit before I left. So I say Detroit, but I don't want you to think I'm just like this hardcore Detroit girl, because that's not what I am.
So what kind of girl are you?
I'm a really sweet little bubbly thing.
And they don't make those in Detroit.
I mean, Detroit girls are really, like, tough. Kind of like how New York girls are real, like, that's just, not me.
No, that's just Brittany. The rest of them are real nice.
No, a lot of them are tough that I've met. And I love that. I love that.
I think that's important, though, right? Like, women being able to exist in this space of toughness, right? Because at this point, it's almost like a survival tactic, right? You have to be able to brave. You have to be able to brave things being said, things being, done, microaggressions, all of this.
Let me take that back. I'm tough in my own way. I'm tough. I got through things. I'm strong. So, in a sense of just, like, bouncing back from things. So I'm not gonna say I ain't soft, but I'm not like this hardcore Detroit girl. So, but how did Detroit? So when you asked me that question, I just want to make that clear, because I want to be sitting up here lying.
Well, did Detroit have an influence on you?
I feel like I guess so. Yeah, when you came here and said Motown, I'm really signing Capitol, but like it's a lot of talent out there, and, like, a lot of soul in Detroit. And, like, Aretha, all of that did have an effect on me in a way, because, like, I guess subconsciously it did. I grew up singing in church and stuff like that. So, y'all know church folk, they always doing all these different runs and riffs and it's that soul stuff. And I grew up like that. So I guess it did have an impact on me. And,
You remember the first time you sung and you heard somebody say in church, say, "Take your time."
Take your time. Yes.
You was confused.
Take your time, baby.
Wait a minute.
They used to call me the little girl with the big voice. Yeah.
Now, was that big voice natural, or were you because growing up, especially in the church, we find ourselves trying to emulate those before us, whether it was the soloist before us or you're out there, you're listening to Aretha.
Yeah.
So was that big voice something that was curated, or that was just your natural voice?
It was just like my natural voice. I would when I was little, I tried to sing big, and not tried to, but I did. And I don't know, that's just how I sang. And, like, now, like, as I'm older, I can still do that. I do that most of the time when I'm live singing, like, if I'm, like, at a show. But I just learned that recording music is different. You have to sing a different way. You gotta, like, you can't be all on mic like, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody want to hear that.
Pause. That was crazy.
Well, not for me. I'm a woman, so. But yeah. So yeah, I know how to switch it up now, but I could still do the rangy stuff.
Right. Because with this resurgence, or I hate the word resurgence, with the eyes being back on R&B with you and Lucky Day and all your peers, with the eyes being back on R&B, the eyes are kind of coming back for the first time to see that a lot of that starts in the church. How much of the church plays a part into your career, your life today?
I mean, it's big. My faith is big. I have big faith, and I will never let that go. I'll never let my faith go. This industry, when you moving around, like, you got to be really, it's just, it can get wicked. So I definitely have a great foundation, and not just, I don't want to say church, because people can go to church all the time and still be, not good people, but the foundation and like having a relationship with God is really what keeps me, going through.
But
and
you still got a good prayer life. You still.
Yeah, and sometimes I got to work on it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'm trying to learn how to not wake up and get directly on my phone and just be like, okay, thank you, God, for waking me up. Instead of, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Instead of just getting on my phone and like inhaling whatever social media got going on. But it definitely, church has a big impact on how I sing. Now, the way I sing. So.
Because even like with the unfortunate passing of gospel legend LaShawn Pace, who right before her passing was blowing up all over TikTok with the Act Like You Know, and her and Karen Sheard. So it was like, it was good that people got to see that and got to see where that comes from. But I feel like the eyes being back on R&B, we're going to get a lot more singing, right? Like which we were missing for a while. A lot more singing.
Yeah, a lot of people was just, it wasn't really the people. It was like what they were trying to follow, like the trend of like that rappy boppy kind of R&B. And that we have rap for that. So
with you being in the Soul Train Awards Cypher, what was that like? Because obviously the Cypher, just as a being a thing on the Soul Train Awards, is new, but having a new artist up there with all these legends, what was that like?
I was very intimidated.
Wow.
I was very scared. I was pregnant, so I was really emotional and overthinking. And like you said, it was a lot of legends in there. So like I'm standing next to Kelly Price, and she just blowing. And I know I blow too, but it's like I blow when I'm like in a shower, But
or on stage.
Yeah, or on stage. But like I guess I didn't want to do it. I wanted to go home. I was telling my manager, like, I don't know, I'm not prepared. Like, I felt unprepared, and I don't know. But I'm happy that I did it, because literally, like, I was in Target, and the guy was like, I was watching I still watch your Soul Cypher. Like, a lot of people say that, like, they love that, and I was just in my own head.
Right.
I was really in my own head, and that happens to me a lot. But it's just, I don't know, it's just a thing.
How do you get out of your
thing.
head? Like, how do you get out of your own head, right? Like, I hear artists say that a lot, of all types, right? Even, some of my peers in the media, like, oh, I'll be in my own head, I don't want to do that. What is your process for getting out of your head?
Out of it? I never get out of my head, so I don't. I just do it. I just do what I gotta do. It really be like, sometimes I'm overthinking while I'm doing something, and then just watching it after, I'll be like, okay, I was overthinking. Or like, it was really like, I'll do a song, like, I don't like this, I should, and then after the song's completed, I'll be like, this is dope. Like, so.
Do you ever have time to then enjoy the process? If you're kind of like, if you're saying, okay, I just gotta do what I gotta do, let's get this done, and then looking back retrospectively, you're like, oh, that was cool, I did that well. Do you ever have time to enjoy the process, don't
really get time to really bask into things, because I'm always like rushing, trying to get done. I just really get to enjoy it after. But I want to work on like enjoying the moment of like, recording. No, sometimes I have fun in the studio. When I got my peoples around and like I'm doing weird stuff and just doing my goofy regular.
What is it like? What is it like? What is a fun time in the studio with Queen Naja? What is that when you're having fun? What is a fun creative process or creative recording for you?
Jokes and food. Like, I love taking food breaks. I love ordering food from Uber Eats. Like, what we got coming? Like some pizza. Like,
As somebody who you got the eyes on you from YouTube. Then obviously transitioning into getting signed and being, you've had to live a large portion of some formative years in front of the camera, in front of social media, in front of the public. How rough is that? Just on you, like not even artistry wise, like how just rough on that on Queen?
It's not really rough until like something happens, like real life.
Yeah.
and people notice like the difference in like maybe my mood.
Yeah.
And I still got to get on camera and do stuff. But other than that, like, yeah, I mean, I guess I gotta. It's only rough when I gotta suck it up and just kind of, you fake it till I make it.
Right, because it seems to someone on the outside looking in, it seems that anyone who has to live that much of their life in the public eye, you're kind of like just enjoying those moments where nothing's going on, because inevitably something's going to happen that's going to cause headlines, blogs, posts.
I mean, I don't know any artist or person in the spotlight that hasn't had a moment where a blog has talked about them, even if they're lying. Especially an artist that's like got a buzz going. Everybody want to find something negative. So that's the rough part. I guess the rough part is everybody that's watching you acting like you're not human. Yeah. Like you're not human. Like you don't got issues too, like everyone else. I don't know why they put celebrities on a pedestal like that. Like, is it just because, like, I don't know. People are like, you got money, you should be happy. What? Money don't make happiness. Like,
Did you realize that? Did you realize that once you got money, or did you have those issues? Did you have that same thought process? Like, I don't know why everybody.
No, when I was broke, I was just wanting I just wanted money. I wanted a better lifestyle and be able to pay for things, and I wanted to be able to go and splurge on my kids, But after I got money, I realized, it's you
those
still have
issues
to.
Don't go anywhere.
You get more money, more problems, really, and then like it's better problems, Is it better problems? Yeah, it's better problems than what I had before, but it's still problems, and it still can take a toll on your mental.
How is your mental?
I'm working on it. I got a therapist, so I'm working on it. I mean, there's some things that need to be worked on in my life right now, but like I said, I'm not gonna complain as much because I just, like yesterday, I was just writing. I was thinking about some things. That's bothering me right now, but as I think back to my old situation, I'm like, Queen, everything's gonna be okay. It's always light at the end of the tunnel. Like, I have to realize that, like, trouble, everything has an expiration date. It's not gonna be like this forever. So, yeah.
Do you ever find yourself, I guess, mentally putting boundaries up for yourself in regards to happiness, right? Where it's like, oh, I can't be too happy over here because they're gonna think I'm stunting, or I can't be. Or do you find yourself in this space enjoying like the fullness of this moment right now? There's a huge moment for you with your success and motherhood and all of this.
I'm learning to bask in the moment more. I just learned a lot on like what to do, what not to do, what to say, what not to say, as far as like social media. I've always been a really humble person. Some people say I'm too humble and I need to like not be that way.
Have you ever seen the definition of that word?
Yes.
I hate that word.
Yeah.
I hate it bad.
So I seen the definition. I don't remember it, but I seen the definition. It's basically like lower yourself.
To think lower than oneself.
I mean,
and I don't think anybody in your position, my position, anybody position.
I think we should think highly of ourselves always. But when I guess that's not my definition. I know the definition of it, but like you just never get too good.
And I think that's right. And I catch myself feeling like that sometimes. And it's like, fuck out of here. Because when I was down bad, when I was broke, I was too broke. And nobody had no answers. And when I was fucked up, I was too fucked up. So now that I'm good, now that I'm up.
I'm too good.
I'm striving to be better.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be better. If I'm too good, let me get like double too good.
I just think it's important that people realize that you could lose it all.
Right.
You could.
Right.
So never get to a point where you don't know how to, like, where you forget where you came from and you don't know how to go back and hustle, like, or you don't know how to. Don't get to a point where if you too good, if you lose it all, then you're going in a downward spiral. you have to know how to make it through in like lower situations. But when I say humble, I just mean, I guess, I don't know the other word. What else would I use besides humble?
I think that's the thing. I think
I'm not Hollywood. Like, I don't judge people. Right. I don't look down on people. And I know that, like, I'm not perfect. So that's what I mean. Like, I'm only striving to be better. And I'm genuine, I guess, with people. Like, I just don't look down on people. I don't care how much money you got, or like if you have a genuine, if you're genuine, and I just,
I think I think the worst thing in the world is for our black women to have to walk through life on eggshells around their own success, right? Like, oh well, I got this, but I can't, I can't be too happy. I can't be like, yeah, you. TOO should go before everything you want to do. I want to be too happy. I want to be, because like I said, on the opposite end, when we give y'all the shit end of the stick, we give you too much of that too. So you guys should be, black women should be able to be in a space where they experience everything completely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, I don't ever want to hear an artist or anyone being like, oh, well, I got to be humble. No, the fuck you don't. Not at all. Live in what you created, right? Because this is a part of you. This is something that you've seen. You've seen the vision. You've seen the vision, and you said, I'm going to go get this, and you got it. So you should be able to experience and celebrate it in its fullness.
I agree with that.
Just my 2 cents.
I agree with that. It's just, you just got to, that's all. What I said. Yes, but don't get so caught up in don't get so caught up in your two that, like, if something happened, you can't, you don't know how to deal with it. You
still remember how to hustle?
Yes.
What were some of those hustles that you were doing? I mean, the legal ones. What were
I never did nothing illegal. No illegal hustles.
Yeah, I heard that, so don't come over here.
Really, whatever job that I could work to make money, I did it. And like, I worked my first job was at Finish Line. I was like 15. Then I worked at Checkers for like 1 or 2 years. And
it was Checkers out there or Rallies?
They were both Checkers, Rallies. And I was a cute little girl, at the door at the window smiling at people. I'm really good with customer service too. Like, I know how to handle a bad attitude, or And then I worked as a CNA, or a healthcare worker. I took care of elderly people.
Right.
And then what else did I do? I worked as a security guard. I did whatever it took.
I'm never gonna doing as a security guard.
Okay, I wasn't like the kind of security you think. Not like my security standing there, but like I would watch cameras in this big building and go around and like just
do the key fob check. Okay.
Yeah, I would do that kind of stuff. And really, I was just
singing throughout all of this, chasing the dream.
I remember walking like through this whole big building, doing the little barcodes. Just blasting LMA in my ears, like blasting all these things.
So this was recent?
Yes. Yeah, this is when she was out with She Don't.
Okay.
That song, She Don't. It was just, and I was listening to like so many singers, and I did not know I was going to be like here. Now I'm like, they're my peers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was just a hustler. I think even back then, maybe I was, because I did American Idol.
Okay.
Before I started, when I was 18, I had a moment where I did American Idol, and I think when I got kicked off of there, like in the group, I made the top 40. I think that kind of crushed my dreams. And then I got pregnant because I was gonna go to college, but then I got pregnant, and I was like, okay, I'm not going to college. And then I just kind of settled, and I had this, and I hate to bring this up because I don't like talking about it, but it's like I was in a bad mental space, a bad relationship at the time, so I just really didn't have no hope, So I kind of was like, I'm going to do what I got to do, Had a kid, so.
Well, let's talk about motherhood. Let's talk about that. So I know for me, when I had my oldest daughter, how was my kid? 15. So my oldest is 15 now. I had her when I was 17. I was a complete different person than I am today. I was in complete different financial space, complete different everything. Every space you could think of, I was in a different one. And then when I had my younger daughter, who's now 10, I was in a I wasn't the best person, but I was a lot different place than I was 5 years prior. So I found myself overcompensating. So do you ever find yourself in the midst of that, like, because you're the success you have now when you had your latest child compared to when you had your first child, like, do you find yourself ever overcompensating or doing a bit more here because you weren't able to do it there?
I would say not really in a sense of like splurging on my kids or anything. It's more
just
of
like attention and all. Yeah.
Yes. I was doing YouTube heavy when my first son was like 1. And he was just around a lot of like screaming, yelling, laughing, a lot of chaos. Like, because like YouTube is like pranks and like you gotta do crazy things on YouTube to really go viral and things like that. I was still a young mom. It was a lot of things that I did wrong that I'm gonna make sure I don't with my second born. So I'll tell you an example. So one of the things was I was always like, well, it's really not. When my firstborn was like a baby, he would not go to sleep without the bottle.
Yeah.
And I would give him milk to go to sleep, and just so he could go to sleep and I could have like some time or whatever. Not realizing that caused bottle decay on the teeth.
Yeah.
And as my baby got older, I'm looking at his teeth. I'm like, what's going on? I didn't know. I didn't know anything.
Young mom, right?
He had to have a traumatic experience in the dentist. They had to strap him down and all of that, like to like put caps on his teeth, and it broke my heart. I couldn't even watch it. Like, had to go to the car. His dad was there. I had to cry because I felt so bad that I didn't know. Like, now, for example, like my next son, like I'm brushing his teeth. I'm making sure like this don't happen. Making sure I take them to like the dentist on time. It's just things that you learn. Like, that was just an example. And now I apply what I learned to both of them, and I'm still learning on a lot of things with them. So
that's what it is. Parenthood is a constant like learning process, and one thing I've learned and continue to learn, that we're gonna keep learning.
Yeah,
these kids, the older they get, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for a fact. And like, since I grew up, it's just their lifestyle as kids is totally different from mine.
That was what I wanted to talk to you about next. What is that like, giving them this life that you were unable to have as a child? And do you find yourself trying to put a limit on how much you give them?
Yeah, I'm trying to balance that out. Part of me is like really like happy, like, but the other part is scared.
Scared of what?
Because these kids won't know what it is to struggle, and I gotta somehow find a struggle for them to struggle.
No, we don't.
But it's like, how are they ever gonna make it through something?
Because they're going to make it based on the tools you give them, not by the trauma you give them, right?
Well, I'm not really trying to give. When I say struggle, I mean like something you gotta work for.
Right.
I don't want to just give.
I think that's the hardest part about being Black parents, right? Is because whatever generation we were, we had a lot harder of a struggle than what the next generation is going to have, right? And I always say to myself, in regards to my kids, my only job is to make sure that they have to unlearn as least as possible. Like me, as a young Black man, I have to unlearn so much. Then I had daughters, so I had to unlearn a whole bunch more. My goal is, when they are of age, I want them to unlearn as least as possible. I don't want them to walk around with stuff that's like not good for them, that's toxic, that has them in weird and fucked up predicaments.
Like, unlearn things like, can you give me an example of like what?
I had to unlearn what I thought interactions with women were, right? I had to unlearn that a lot of times we gotta just shut up. You will learn more and you will get more done if you shut up and listen than if I'm constantly trying to tell you this, tell you that, tell you this, tell you that. I see that my daughters are a lot more open with me than me and my sisters, because I'm the only boy and I'm the oldest. I have 4 sisters right after me that grew up in the house. We ain't talk to my mom and dad about stuff because there ain't no space to talk.
Right.
So then
I don't believe in that either.
So now my kids, they talk, my kid, I got daughters, they talk to me about too much, actually. You know, we were talking about too earlier? Too much. They talk to me about too. I'd be like, stop, please. Don't want to hear that. And I don't want to know. I learned what honey pot was because of my kids.
Honey pot's good.
Yeah, I guess, sure. Let's go for that.
Wait, you talking about the brand of?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
But you got daughters. That's gonna happen.
I don't think that's what they could have kept that with their mama. I didn't need that.
I mean,
like they came to my apartment. My daughter was like, "Dad, we gotta go to Target." I said, "For what?" You're like, "For honey pot." I said, "Listen, some snacks."
No,
it wasn't snacks.
But that's a good thing. You should want them to like keep up with their hygiene. And
I
stuff.
do, but you don't have to tell me.
Okay.
You know. You're not giving me nothing. No, but that's what I'm saying. Like for them to unlearn, right? Like my kids see what I do for a living as a full 360 experience, right? I don't just show them, oh look, no, Daddy went to work in Brooklyn. No, look, you're gonna see me sitting down doing research. You're gonna see me doing the interview. You're gonna see all of that. You're gonna see me go on stage, host. You're gonna see me do all of that. So that way you can make a decision when you get older. Do I want to work for someone, or do I want to work in doing something that fulfills me?
Okay.
Like that's something I wear proudly. But also I have to learn that if they grow up and want to work for somebody, I gotta let that be. I gotta let them make those choices.
Yes.
Where our parents didn't really do that too much.
They don't. Yeah, a lot of parents, they try to make that for you. Like, I want you to be this. I want you to go to college. I want you to. College is not for everybody. Like, but yeah, you're right. I agree.
So yeah. So when I heard you say like, give them struggle. Man, let them kids let them.
No, but when I guess I was wording it wrong. What I'm saying is like, I don't want them to be too like think that everything can go their way, and you have to work for it. You have to work for what you want. It's not gonna always be mommy be able to give you what you want. When you get older, you gotta. Ain't nobody gonna do that. Then they're gonna expect a woman to just give. No.
So what has that been like? Raising two boys and being a woman, like you said, we don't have to go into it, but coming from a bad relationship, having these two boys, raising them in America, where we see what the dating scene and what the way women are treated, raising two men to eventually go out in the world and impact women's or multiple women or men, whoever life they impact. What is that like, preparing them for that?
Learning still, because like we say, it don't come with instructions
at all
to raise a man. My daddy wasn't in my life, so I haven't had a male figure to really, But I guess to be honest, the way like they treat women, I guess however I allow a man to treat me and what they see, that's probably the only example that will be set for them, because like they're both in the same household. So however I allow a man to treat me, I guess that's what they'll take from it. Their dads, when CJ goes to his dad's house, I guess he shows him how he he shows him how he treats women. I just hope that they whatever it is, like I hope they learn. I just gotta learn to have a little bit more like discipline there. I'm trying to, but it's hard because they my babies. Like I still consider them my babies, but I know someday they're gonna be grown, and I just gotta kind of be a little bit more.
It's about that middle ground. I think everything, well, at least to me, what I'm hearing in this conversation, it's all about that middle ground. Just finding that middle ground.
Gotta still
with
find
everything.
a balance.
You got to find that balance with success, parenting, all of that. But I think you got a good team.
I got a great team. I have people around me that I don't have people around me. So that's
I know.
good.
I know.
Oh yeah, she on my nerves.
I don't even know what you're talking about. Don't get me beat up. I don't know what you're talking about.
Overall, though, I think my boy's gonna be good.
Absolutely.
I think they're gonna grow into great men.
Absolutely.
I feel like they have traits from their mom, that they're gonna grow into like beautiful, like not beautiful. Sorry, well, yeah, beautiful too,
beautiful.
But like beautiful, and like I think they have my heart. So, like my first son, I'm still waiting for my 3-year-old to like see what kind of. But my oldest son definitely has like my heart. Like,
what does that mean?
Like, the way he treats people, the way he's just like when I was a little girl, I used to just give, and like sometimes that could be bad, but he just has the sweetest heart that you got to be careful that he don't get walked all over. Yeah, he has the sweetest heart, but he's like compassionate. He already knows who God is. So it's like we're onto a good path. I just got to make sure they don't become bratty in this lifestyle. That's just what it is.
They be
Can't
fine.
spoil them.
Just give them some liver.
So what?
Give them liver. Feed them. That's what I do with my kids. That's how I keep them
Liver?
balanced. I give them food. I give them food that I had to eat growing up.
Ooh, my mom didn't make me eat liver because she hated liver, and her parents made her eat liver.
My mom hate liver. We said we ate it.
Ooh, liver. Ooh.
Well, I'm a vegan, so they hate when they come over and have to eat my food. No, that's what they hate that. When they come over, that I try to give my daughter some I'm not gonna say the brand because they don't pay me, but I try to give them some coconut whipped cream on top of these waffles. My first daughter, my oldest, she ate it. She was like, "Oh, the whipped cream had a little taste to it, but I like it." My daughter was like, "That's coconut. It's vegan." I said, "Oh, guess that place is gonna stay right there."
I mean, ooh, that's cool being vegan, but I'm gonna stick to my.
I want to get back to the music, right?
Yeah.
I want to get into something I created just for you.
Okay.
This is a segment of our conversation called 3 Times Queen Naja Chose Violence.
Okay.
So I listened to your music, went through some of these lyrics.
Ooh.
And there was a lot of violence chosen.
Really?
So I want to just point out 3 specific times that you chose violence. Okay?
Okay.
And then you just tell me what you was going through that made you choose this violence.
Here we go.
All right? On the song... Is this one? Oh, this is the one I like a lot. On Pack Light, you say, "Give me bad vibes. If you don't get your act together, you might have to pack light." And do you? Bad vibes, my patience running low, and you ain't got a lot of time, so pack light. Why would you tell me?
Why is that violence?
Why would you tell me in this?
Because he's doing something to get told it. No.
That's violence.
That's not violence. You be violent to me, I'll be violent to you.
This look like you picked the violence first.
No, if you don't get your act together, I'm saying if you don't get your act together, you might have to pack light. And when I say pack light, just pack a little bag and go, because I'm going to want you back.
Right, because you said that at the end of the song. You said you'll be back tomorrow.
That's just how it be, which is really toxic. That's bad.
It's not. It's honest.
It's honest, but it's still toxic.
You need a break. You need some space. You got on my nerves. Pack a light bag.
I mean, honestly, in that moment when I was creating that song, I just had to really think back to a time where I felt that way, and get mad all over again.
Oh,
I do that. I be doing it. I be thinking of stuff and get mad, and it don't be nothing going on.
And you just gotta create the chaos.
Yeah, but I don't think I chose violence. I think I chose peace.
I'm mad, fellas. Was that a little violent?
No, it wasn't.
That's a smart man right there, because he looked at me and ran right back in that damn phone.
That wasn't violent.
He said somebody said it was violent.
Yes, no, it wasn't.
All right. Okay, let's move on. Now, this song that I'm about to pull from, the entire thing was violent. This was rated R. You say in the song Medicine, you say you love keeping me fly, but can't keep me from looking crazy.
How is that violent?
Because why would you can't put that on a man.
Oh Lord, you're saying, wait a minute.
That was
violent. No.
Wait, what was that?
You say you love keeping me fly, but can't keep me from looking crazy. You get mad at me for you saying I'm being violent for my reaction to what he's doing.
How does he have you looking crazy? Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, what if he don't have you looking crazy? What if the situation has both of y'all looking crazy?
He do.
There's 2 people in the scenario.
He had me looking crazy, looking stupid out here. All right, let me flip it. If you're being good to a woman, right? Okay. And you're being faithful to her, and like you're doing all you can to try to make this woman happy. Okay. If you're doing that, and this person is making you look stupid by like being out doing stupid things, make you look bad with other people, and people see it, and people calling you, and they like, "Hey, your girl out here with this nigga doing this, da da da." Like, you don't feel like that's making you look crazy?
Why is calling me? You don't say I'm happy?
Huh?
Like, if a woman called me and tell me something about why? I gotta ask why. What is you doing in your life that you want to come ruin my peace?
I mean, They don't want you looking crazy out
I
here.
only look crazy if you tell me.
No, that's not true.
I don't want nobody disturbing my peace. So if this person is out there doing whatever they doing and I don't know about it, what's not happening?
It just still doesn't change the fact that he's doing stuff.
If maybe, were they all black? The men you writing about, were they all black?
Yeah.
Okay, because, black men don't really be operating like this,
Okay.
The blacker they get.
Okay.
Saying the melanin come
I'm going
closer.
to say all men do that.
No, not the darker skinned ones. We don't do that.
Okay.
We don't do that. All right. And now in medicine, you went crazy. Now, I don't care what nobody said. You went crazy here. You said, I'm going to ride him crazy and you'll never have a clue. Give another guy everything that belongs to you. I'm going to call up Brian. I'm going to FaceTime Ryan. I'm going to text Lorenzo and I'm going to leave you crying. One, where'd you find a Lorenzo in 2021? I didn't even know they made Lorenzos
Well, the one I'm with
anymore.
now, his middle name is Lorenzo, so that's what I was talking about.
Middle name Lorenzo. So you texted Lorenzo when you was what?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I
had to text Lorenzo because it was already over. It wasn't my fault. Let me tell you something. A girl, let me tell you something. We leave mentally before we leave physically, so I had already left.
But you were still there.
Just in the same, not even in the same bed, just in the same house. I had to skedaddle and get on. But we only do things because it's only our reaction. That's what y'all need to understand.
It's never y'all.
I'm gonna ride him crazy. You never have a clue.
That's nuts.
That felt so good.
What, riding him crazy or riding
both.
it? Oh.
That felt it felt good to it felt so good to say that, cause when a nigga do that stuff to you, sometimes that revenge feels so good. You forgot to pick when I said want to see the look on your face when I drop my clothes and I get naked, not for you but for him.
No, I seen that. I heard it and I was like, I'm not putting this
not
up
for you
there.
but for him, because a man hate to even think about that. Imagine your girl, right?
Stop.
Imagine your girl and another man just.
Why would what?
Yeah, exactly. You see our reaction? Yeah, I want you to feel that. I want you to feel that right there, because that's how I felt when you was out there. Okay, I'm getting mad. That's exactly how I felt when you was out there doing stuff.
It's never equal. I just want you to know this.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I don't care. I'm not into
text.
that.
We might send a text.
No.
You got to take your clothes off.
No.
Put your
Niggas be
clothes
out there
back
clapping
on.
cheeks. And oh no, I was just fucking her. No.
Right, but if he had sex with that girl, he probably made her keep her top clothes on.
No.
But you butt ass for another man.
Yep.
That's not equal.
Yep, and tongue kissing him and all of that. Doing all of this stuff, going to the movies and doing all of that stuff that hurts your pride and ego. Yes. Love it.
4 times Queen Naja chose violence.
Sorry. It just feels good.
5, 6, and 7. Coming to a theater near you. That's nuts.
No, but it's only because they will drive you to that point. It's not. It don't be the girls. Sometimes it is.
It don't never be, y'all.
Yeah,
never.
No, it don't.
Never ever.
Because we automatically are emotional beings, and we just we love hard, except for the girls that learn from their daddies already and don't really love that hard. But the ones like me, we love hard and we're loyal and faithful.
So my daughters ain't gonna be shit because they learning from me.
No, I'm not saying that. But so you know
I'm sorry, kids. I'm sorry.
You know how some parents, some people do the opposite. They hated what their parents did, so they do the opposite.
Yes,
or sometimes they'll do the same thing.
Yes.
So sometimes a woman will see how her daddy did her mom or women, and she be like, "Nope, I'm gonna do these men the same way." I'm not gonna grow up to or she'll do the opposite and I don't know, or no, I guess that goes for the men. It would be like a man.
You just choose so much violence. You can't even keep it
I'm
together.
not choosing violence. I'm just telling the truth.
All right. Well, that was all the times Queen Naja chose violence. I'm afraid at this point. So to just keep everything safe, to keep everyone safe here. What is next for Queen Naja? You've already amassed some crazy 33 billion listens of your music. You've been on the Soul Train, Soul Cypher. You've been on all these great stages. What's next for Queen Naja?
Well, since I'm not content, I need to do some more. I want to be on another award show
Yes.
performing, a bigger one. More music. I know I want to. So one of my downfalls, I feel like, is dropping music too far apart, and I just want to What
do you mean
be
too
consistent.
far apart? Like, what do you feel is too far
Like
apart?
just waiting like so many months, and like people like, okay, we need more like music. Like I want to drop. I know I just dropped "Hate or Love," but I want to drop a summer song now, like before the summer really starts. So I'm gonna work on that. Working on my sophomore album.
Because this big song
more
record
shows.
you got is tough.
I'm so glad people love it.
Tough.
Thank you.
You don't think that could carry over into the summer?
No, definitely. But like that gave me fall winter vibes. We need a summer bop.
Right. Some
feel-good music.
violent bops.
No, well,
give the women a reason to
really,
ruin some men's summer.
Not really violent. Just feel good. We'll see when it comes out.
Well, I can't wait to see what's next. I do appreciate you for kicking it with Mouse Jones.
For sure.
So the way I end this off is, instead of shouting ourselves out, instead of shouting out our peers and things of that nature, I give the subject, I give whoever I'm speaking to the opportunity to shout out some up and comers, somebody you might see and be like, oh, they doing this. It don't got to be an artist. It could be a clothing brand, somebody that you got your eye on, that you want to, put other people's eyes on.
I'm gonna shout out Ayanis. She's in ATL right now.
Yes,
We actually did a song called Big Talk.
Okay.
And I think that she's super dope. For some reason, she really reminds me of Aaliyah. I don't know what it is, her aura, whatever. But she's talented. She could dance. She could put on a show, and she makes good music. And go check her out, y'all. Go check. She got a summer bop dropping soon too. I forgot the name, but she got something dropping. And yeah, just go show love.
Well, I thank you. Appreciate you. And make sure y'all, you know what, I'm gonna lie. I was about to say subscribe, comment, rate. I don't remember it. I never do. That's why this is here, right here. So do what this is saying, and then carry your ass on. We appreciate you, and I see you next time with Mouse Jones.